What's up? Good morning. Oh my god. I am sleepy. I need to sleep in one of these days.
No expected change in conditions.
Ooh, I broke way too late. So, if they're changing the GTPs again next season, they're gonna be even harder to drive. I wonder what that really means, though. Too deep in that corner. I'm not saying the line. Might not be paying enough attention. What happened here? A YouTube stream stop? No. Okay, it's back. That's weird. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm messing up that section. know why I'm lifting as much sand through there right now. That's terrible. That was also terrible. Oh, race about to start. Oh, boy, 34 people registered. I don't know what kind of splits we're gonna have here. And I wish All Time Low actually played this song when they toured. They never do it anymore. This car is so fast. Oh, I still have like 15 minutes before the race, right? I thought it started at 7:45. In my head it did. I don't think it does. Oh, I still have, yeah, still have some time. I was like, why is it not starting? It's okay, we can practice on both tires some more. Oh my god.
We expect these conditions to continue.
Ugh. Why didn't I get anywhere close to the left side of the track there? Ooh. I'm braking. I think I'm not braking a straight line there and doing that. That's why. Still not great in that section. Maybe I'm braking too late. On the downhill. Something doesn't feel right. It's better. I felt like I was going slower that time though. Guess it didn't spin out. Like I ended up going faster through the corner, but I felt like I broke too early. I don't know, maybe I'm braking really late when I was doing the lock-up thing, and it didn't feel like it was too big of a difference. Tons of understeer through that corner. My back is tight this morning. The 14 car. Nice. Maybe a little bit higher quality split than yesterday.
We expect these conditions to continue.
Did not brake early enough. Okay, here we go. Time to quali.
We've got
Okay.
damage on the back end.
Dude, why does that always happen during qualifying?
No expected change in conditions. Car's fine. No damage to report.
So I can't catch a break with like the car just behaving so fucking stupid during qualifying. And I guess you have a little bit more power with the like qualify deploy mode on, but Christ, I never spin at that corner, and I have like multiple times during qualifying.
Green flag, green flag. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Damn it. Not go as fast through there as it should have. That up too, big time. That really fucked me.
One more lap. 58 point 2, 4, 2. You've got about 2 laps of fuel left.
I mean, second? That's surprising. Just got shit exit out of there, damn. Why am I second behind? I don't think I fucked it up that bad. Whatever. I don't know if like my deploy like percentage was down to like 16% on the first straight, and
Alright,
or the long, whatever the straight is, and it like I feel like it shouldn't be that low. I don't know if I lost a ton of time just because that wasn't deploying. Like I should have had it deploying. Cause I don't think my exit on this straight was that bad. It's pretty normal to me. I don't know. Oh, we qualified fifth, so that's good. We'll see what we can do from there. Looks like we got Porsches and a BMW around us, including some other Ferraris.
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the right side. The estimated strength of field is 1,817. Closed. Pit road is closed. There are a lot of points on the table. Be smart and get a good finish. 5 cars left to grid.
His last name is Merca. I wish I could figure out why my brake keeps clicking like that. Maybe I need to do some more Googling. But it's really distracting, honestly. Like, it really, like, I hear it, and sometimes I can tune it out, other times I can't.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
I don't know. Looks like the Joker next to us. Those are some color choices. I haven't ever really raced the BMW. I don't think I own it. I might own it. I'm not sure. Here we go. What's up, YouTube? We're here at Spa on the Ferrari GTP, Ferrari LMDH. Yesterday we didn't have great luck here. We got pulled out in front of the first race and died, and then second race I just I got a 40-second penalty for crossing the line on the pit entry, and then ended up spitting myself somehow. I don't know if I was caught in dirty air, or like what the deal was there. It was a very weird spin, but so we're really just trying to focus on staying alive, because apparently that's become an issue. We qualified 5th. My first lap was pretty good. My second lap was really lacking. I'm not 100% sure why yet. But yeah, so try to stay in the front here while not getting caught up in carnage.
Green flag, green flag.
This guy dives up my inside.
All right. Clear.
Make sure we brake a little early here so that way we don't miss the corner.
No comments for you, man.
There's an incident behind. Left side. Still there. Clear.
I thought that guy for sure was going to hit me joining the track. Gave this black car some space just to get through, because I'm not trying to push really hard in these first 2 laps with the tires not fully in temps. So there's no reason for me to fight at that point.
You're back in fifth.
Nice nail.
Took a very bad angle through there.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear on the right.
I think I really need to focus on my track positioning because I feel like it's been off so far today. It's costing me a lot of time. Guys behind you are getting close. I don't think I moved under braking there, but I was holding the middle of the track pretty good, and that guy freaked out behind me. Let's see, what was that? I'm not 4. I'll have to check that after the race.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 1.2 seconds. You got it. Slow car on the right. The next car's the leader. Minutes to go. Right side.
That's
Clear
what we've
on the
done a
right.
lot.
Going well. Keep at it. 0.559. You're in fourth position. Car 5 is up front.
Terrible exit.
You got a friend in me.
What's up, dude? Pretty intense race so far.
Simple, simple, noble.
Hey, thanks for the follow. It's a bot.
The lead did a 59.543. 59.666. That was your fastest lap of the session.
666. That's not good. It's going pretty good so far. I'm not sure if this guy's faster than me or not in front, but I've been struggling to get past him, and he's been slowing me down a lot. So, I'm not trying to force anything, because I've just been losing a lot of time trying to pass him.
Right
Or
side.
you just do shit like
Clear.
that.
Car right. Pick up the course. You got to slow down and give up that time.
Dude,
Clear
come
on
on,
the
man.
right.
You're really slowing me down this race.
Car right.
I'm not gonna hold up this guy because I know he's faster than me. It just sucks because the guy in front of me has just been doing stupid shit and then I can't get around him. Like, braking so insanely hard through there. I really need to figure out how to deal with those situations better. I feel like if I'm like at a similar pace, I have a lot of trouble passing people. I'll just try to keep up with this guy and use his slipstream to maybe follow him through. We'll see though. I feel like he's pretty far in front of me at this point. Have you been doing Jake King any races this week? Dirt oval. I think I've raced dirt oval one time. What's gonna happen in front here? Nice. I hope week 13 is good next week. Last few seasons hasn't been too fun. If I could get better exits, that'd be really helpful right now, huh? I don't think I'm gonna catch these guys. I'm like bottling it. It'll be interesting to see how Carnegie this series this next season when they change the car to make it harder to drive again.
You've got about 5 laps of fuel. Last lap. .137.
Come on, Kyle. Fucking do the corner correctly. That guy is holding on a third for his life. The guy finally got past him. Oh, I fucked that up. I was getting so much understeer through the second part of that corner. Maybe I was too much on the accelerator before it. What's gonna happen in the last corner here? Nothing? I mean, I'll take 5th, that's where I started. Kind of boring by the end of it.
Checkered flag, checkered flag. Great job. You did really well.
Like, the guy that finished 4th, fastest lap was a 1:59.9. Like, that's so frustrating. Like, I was faster than him, but it kept getting into braking zones and him slowing me down, and then like a car getting close behind or whatever it may be. Let's see what happened lap 4 though. Because the 2 people crashed behind me, but I don't know if I caused it. Was it lap 4 or lap 5? Oh, no, it was right here. Okay. So we were going here. I kind of stayed on my line. He broke because he was gonna hit me, I guess. Kind of lost control of the car and that guy just came barreling through. Okay. I thought like I might have moved under braking there. But it looks like I keep it straight. Like I'm definitely like going a little bit of an angle at like here. Jesus. But and I keep the car pretty straight, and like I just kind of cut his line off. He was trying to come under, and I just kind of cut down on like over his nose a bit, but I think that was all fair. So glad I didn't cause that. But yeah, we got fifth, so that's exciting. I know I sound so excited about that. Back over 1800 after yesterday's shenanigans. Yeah, I could have done better that race. I really could have. I should have finished in front of this guy. I'm gonna have to like really look at that replay. I really need to figure out like one of my biggest weaknesses is definitely
You got a friend in me.
maybe one of my biggest weaknesses is definitely just passing people who are slightly slower than me to a point where it's not like an easy pass. Because I don't want to dive bomb them, especially that guy that was in front of me. I could tell that he was holding on for that position like for dear life. When Eduardo passed him, it looks sketchy. So we just finished Spa. I don't no, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do the IMSA thing. I have a league race. What is today? Thursday. Tomorrow I have a league race F4 at Road Atlanta that I was going to um, practice a bit, unless there's something just totally different that looks cool. Um, Ferrari at Lime Rock. What layout are they running? The chicane. I would have loved to jump into Zandvoort this week, but just better options. GTE is at Monza. Formula V at oh, it's a North Course. Wait, I forgot F4 is at Hockenheim. Um, is there anything within this next slot that looks like I want to do it? What is the building? It's like the Chili Bowl? No. Oh, Vegas. It is difficult for passing slower cars, but like I don't know. I just need to know how to deal with those situations better because I end up like getting so close to them but not being able to commit to a pass, and then by getting so close to them I have to like brake earlier going into a corner, which I'm not anticipating, and then that ends up slowing me down enough where that it ends up building a gap between us again, and I have to claw it back, and then the same shit happens over and over again. I need to figure out a better way to deal with that like sort of situation. Mini stock is at the Nords. Man, I really need to learn the Nords so I can do the Ringmeister series more. Radical Cup is at Nords. Sonoma. I don't know if I know that track. What does that even look like? I really wanted to try out the oh, it's this one, yeah. Really wanted to try out the vintage series. And I feel like sometimes it has a bunch of people in it, other times it doesn't. I don't know if it's certain time slots. Um, Mini stocks. Is there one coming up? Street stock at USA International Speedway. This is a smaller one, right? Yeah, pretty small. There's this one, which is always annoying. Dude, if I knew Nords, I would. I literally, like, I can't even get around Nords, you know? Like, I don't know. It would just be like throwing iRating away. I don't really want to do that. I need to learn Nords at some point, though. Guess there's this mini stock, but that's a little bit of ways now. I think I'm gonna jump into some practice a little bit, and then we'll look at data as we're going, which should be fun. You learned it in 30 minutes, dude. I tried for like 3 days, and I just could not fucking figure it out. I never hit stop recording on that video. I'm gonna have to cut all that last part out. Great. um. So I've been using Garage 61 now compared to uh, the Delta, Coach Dave Delta. Um, Mostly because it seems like it's more standard, more people use it, and I can get like other people's like there's more people to compare the like laps to. Um so yeah, here I'll show some things. So like for example, god damn it. Damn. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my short-term memory is not good enough for that. um Here, we'll just look at the analysis from before. So I was looking at this spot lap, right? Um, and essentially you can go in here. And so I found this Claudio guy who is running the fixed setup. So I can go and like add laps, right? So I can filter it and go like by setup, by lap type, like all driver rating, all these different things, track conditions even. And if a lot of people keep their data public if they're not like on a team, so I can just find a lap in here to compare it to. So this guy ran a 156 in the fixed setup, which is fucking bonkers. You can also download his Ghost lap, which is cool. Um, this was in offline testing. Um, that's crazy though. What is his iRating? Almost 4K. So, anyways, um, so you can select a lap here. Um, and then it's kind of the same as Delta. Here, let me get this so you can see the whole screen. It's almost the same as Delta, like in terms of what you can see. Really, like this this Delta stuff is kind of I can't even fucking click anything. It's like this app sucks. But it's like the same thing, just presented a little bit differently. But you can look at uh, your lap through different parts. So if I'm like one of the corners I was struggling on this last race was this one here. So I can like highlight that corner. Actually, shit. Is it here? Starting, where's the braking one? Brake is here. So like through here, I can zoom in on this specifically and look at the top one is speed. This one's throttle. I wish these labels were a bit bigger. Maybe there's a way to do that. This is brake, all that kind of stuff. So I can really like, I can see I'm the red and he's the blue. So you can see that I'm braking a little bit earlier. Not staying on the brake as long, not trailing off as much, which is tough. And then, yeah, so, and then the cool thing that I can do here also is right click and then I can add notes to it. And like, I guess there's like different tagging I can do, like informational, like this was good, this was bad, whatever. So that way I can come back and revisit these later and be able to have context of what I was looking at. So if I want to compare, I guess, another lap to this, I'll have an idea of what I liked and what I didn't like based off the other laps I've compared it to. So yeah, Garage 61's free, which is nice. I'm paying for the pro subscription, which is only like maybe $5 a month, just so you can get um, a little bit more granular filtering when it comes to finding comparison laps. So if I wanted to find by like fixed setup and stuff, I can just filter by that. I don't know how easy it is to find stuff without that, but yeah. So We're gonna do some laps around Road Atlanta in the F4 here, and we're going to see if we can get faster. I also should figure out like what is a good lap time for this. So I have some baseline to even go off of. 121-ish. Okay. See if I have a setup for it. No setup. Were they at Road Atlanta at all? Road Atlanta full. Thank you, Apex.
Give us a few clean laps to get our fuel numbers.
I'm actually gonna turn the line on for like. Yeah, it's really nice. Like the Coach Dave software like looks a lot better and like maybe some of the UI is better, but sometimes it just like doesn't fucking work right and it pisses me off where Garage 61 does. And also like having it on the web versus like a app that I have to be using my like Windows computer for is nice. So that way if I'm like just chilling somewhere with my laptop, my Mac, I can dive into that kind of stuff. I don't have to be playing it at my desk for it. Okay, so a little before the white line there, probably at the white line. I haven't raced Road Atlanta too much. I raced it like during a GT4 week one time. Okay, that's where I'd expect the braking marker to be. And then I raced it in that GT3 league race a few weeks ago. But I haven't spent much time here. Okay. Same sort of idea. This part of the track is going to take fucking forever in the F4. What did I say that lap time was? A 121? Is that what I said? I guess I can pull it back up, but I think I said 121. So we're braking at the first line there. Okay. Then I just need to look at the braking marker for the first couple turns and I can reset and take the line off. And then obviously I'm going to adjust from there, but I'd like to get an idea. Say kind of a Russia brakes there, and then this is full gas until you get to this corner. Okay. Then we need to make sure we set up active reset zones. I think Garage 61 will work as I'm in the session. I'm not sure. That was the nice thing about Coach Dave is I could be within the session and still do it. I'm not sure if Garage 61 works like that or not. I didn't have the right angle there. But the nice thing with this is we'll instantly be able to like look at our lap and see exactly where we're messing up versus wasting a lot of time forming the wrong habits. Fuck. So I think what I'm going to do is try to run like 4 or 5 laps, and then we'll go in the telemetry, look where I'm messing up at and stuff, so. I have no idea, like, what this league's gonna be like in terms of, like, people. Like, if it's gonna be a lot of people around my rating, better, worse. I think I can take that corner probably a lot faster. It's amazing though, like going from the GTP to this doesn't feel like that much of a change in terms of just like how to drive the car, you know? Whereas when I went from like the Super Formula Light to the GT3 last week or whatever, it felt like so different. I don't know if I broke in the right spot there. But yeah, we'll be doing this race on Friday nights. Or at least trying to. Friday night's kind of tough though. Like, I wish it was just a different weekday. Like, I guess Friday's a weekday, but you know, that's like a night that I would have stuff going on. But we'll see what happens. Code is on the calendar and BIR is on the calendar for the league race, so I have to miss a week when I'm on vacation. So fuck. I don't think there's any shot that I can win the league, right? But which kind of sucks that I'm going to be missing one, but I don't know if there's like a drop race situation. Some leagues let you drop your worst result at the end of the season. Where the fuck did I end up on the track? Oh, way the fuck up. Alright. Let's see if this shit's in Garage 61. Okay, it is. Cool. Oh, not all information may have been received. As I don't think this is, I mean, like I would have had at least one lap in here, right? So, we'll keep going and then we'll look at when we can. That kind of sucks. I mean, ideally I'd be looking at all this after, but I think using it as a tool for learning the track kind of sucks in that case. I also want to watch a track guide at some point, or just watch somebody else physically drive the track once I'm a little bit more familiar. Fuck. Which I think, fuck. Let's do that. Let's watch a track guide. I think Apex will have one, which will be cool. Let me get out of the car actually so my overlays go away. I not save it in here. Uh, open wheel track guides. I just redid my personal site. I haven't actually looked to see what it looks like on Windows. It might look like hot garbage. Oh, it looks fine. Does this thing work okay? Yeah. Font's a little bit different, but that was to be expected. Nice. Why is this taking so fucking long to load? Is my internet just shitting the bed, or is this is like a them thing, not a me thing, right? Yeah. Oh, there goes something. Finally. I want Atlanta. C's 24. Where's the scroll bar? Why is this such a piece of shit? ARA 25 S1. I don't know. I'm sure there's. And there we go. Finally did it. There we go. Okay. It's this one then. Okay. So is he not braking? It doesn't show us braking trace. Oh, there. I guess he didn't brake. He's going too fast for me. Okay, let's back up. Oh, wow, you're fucking cutting the shit out of that. He's saying narrow through there. Oh, I see. Okay. Just very light tap of the brakes. It's so sketchy. What white lines? There's 3 of them, buddy. Fuck. This is not as good as Jordan's tutorial. Okay, between the first 2, it looks like. Dude, this guy sucks. Not explaining. Okay. This guy's terrible at explaining. That was terrible, but I got the gist of it. That was just like so not easy to follow. It was like there was information that he used for deciding when to brake and how to brake and how like what the actual braking pressure was that he just like wasn't talking about. He's keeping it in 5th through here. Cold tires. I didn't even see what his lap ended up being at the end, time-wise. Jeez, okay. Guess let's just take it easy first lap, so that way we can get a reset point going. I think I'm touching the grass on the outside there, which isn't helpful. That was terrible. That's not a usable reset point. Oh, I didn't get to the outside there at all. We'll just get the tires warm again. Jesus. I need to set my I was like trying to set my reset point on the right before the finish line, but it is right at that corner, so I'm gonna need to set it on the downhill. Alright. God, the wheel's so turned. Oh, that's such a shit reset point. I need to fix that. Fuck. That didn't break. It probably makes the most sense just to set the reset point on the straight before the chicane. Fuck, didn't break enough.
New fast flat for you.
Need to cut more of the corner. I really don't like that corner. This corner, like, they should just make a boat out of the white lines off tracks there. I don't like the first corner at all. I don't like the first corner, and I don't like this corner. Garbage ass corners. The fact that I have to go up on that curb, unsettle the car like crazy, and that's the optimal line. What's up, Mike? I didn't cut that corner right. We got 5th in the prototype race I ran before this. Did you see that they're changing everything about the prototype basically next season? It's going to be harder to drive, more realistic. I'm kind of excited about it, but I know that it's going to mean that it's going to be even more carnagey in that shit. No. Fuck. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what the car's gonna feel like. It's definitely gotten easier to drive like this season compared to when I've raced it before. Especially in the wet. God, you can cut the corner that much without an off track? That's crazy. This track is fucking bad. Like, not a good track. It's fun in not F4 cars, where you can actually take the curves without your entire car, like, starting to convulse. The track that I watched said 121. I feel like that's not correct. Guess you're gonna learn. That corner is weird too. I'm gonna do like 2 more laps and look at the data, and then also make sure that a fast lap here isn't 121. I feel like it's got to be like a 120 or a 119. Unless I'm just a fucking god at this track and didn't realize it.
21.987, lap the session.
Nibble the grass. Now let's just look at that lap. Christ.
car has too much damage, we've got to fix it.
Cause too much damage. I feel like I'm not. God, the only problem with this shit is like it takes like this isn't loading like as I'm completing stuff. I don't know what the delay is. Did this guy have his lap time up here? What was it? This is 123.75 on this Apex guy. I guess I can this so you guys can see. F4 iRacing Atlanta 120. Jesus Christ. Like, just put the lap time in the fucking thumbnail. That's all I care about. A cracking race. Shut the fuck up, Ollie. I hate that Ollie guy. 119, yeah, 119, 120. Yeah, I think that's gonna be more realistic. I'm surprised this guy has it at a 121 because he's normally like always has the very fast lap times. Um, here we go. Well, look at this one. Yeah, yeah. Well, the nice thing is I should be able to add basically any lap. So on FIA F4, there was currency. Somebody ran at 117. I'm in the open. Is this open? Is the league an open setup? Fixed setup X. So that means it's open, I assume. That's like the most unhelpful UI. God. How is iRacing just so bad at this? I know they're about to release a new one, but I assume X means no because there wouldn't be a start zone, so it's open. Bad UI though. There's this Dario guy who ran a 119. I think I'm gonna compare it to like him because a 117 just seems very unattainable right now. So we're gonna go with this guy, Frattini. Okay. What does configure do? Okay. That, okay. I wish there was a way to like zoom in without having to highlight, but you know. Alright, where the fuck is the start line? Let's look at T1. Yeah. So I am the red, he is the blue. I get off throttle a little earlier and on throttle a lot earlier. What is his brake? He's very like, okay, so he's kind of like, instead of having just like any kind of U shape or anything, he's just like very much just like brushing the brakes and kind of trailing off. But doing it a little bit later in the corner, probably just to get more rotation. So this is a 119 and I ran a 121. So I basically ran a 122. So this is 2.5 seconds faster than me. Okay, cool. through. Why do I have Grammarly on here? I haven't used Grammarly in years. Did it remove it? Oh, no, it's still there. Okay. Is this steering down here? So his steering, actually, he turns a lot more to the right than I'm doing. Probably because I'm braking harder, right? And so I'm getting more oversteer. Um, so is this window big enough where you can even kind of see it on stream, or is it like impossible to see? I don't know if my cameras and stuff are way too big for this. Um, okay. So he's turning a lot more, which is interesting. And I'll probably experience that as I'm going through changing the braking process. But yeah, so through here, this is the second corner area, um, where apparently you cut the shit out of it. It looks like my line isn't too far off. He's maybe getting a little bit, opening up the wheel a little bit more going into it. So we're starting to brake at a very similar time. He's a little bit later. Wait, this is throttle. Oh, okay, yeah, brake down here. Oh shit, no. Okay. Our brake trace looks pretty similar. He's starting to let off earlier and then trailing a bit more, but it's not too far off. The throttle, I'm a little earlier off throttle. He's kind of feathering the throttle through like the corner. Like he's like obviously this here is the shift, right? But it's interesting how he's on throttle and brake at the same time. I don't know if that's correct, but I don't think I'm gonna try to implement that unless I'm trying to shave 100th of a second off later. But yeah, so this corner doesn't look too bad. The gearing wise though, he is staying in fourth or fifth for longer. Where is he actually shifting at? Like right before the corner, and I must be doing it. I guess I can see the gearing here. So it's just a little bit off that I'm shifting down, which is probably will be improved based off of like throttle pickup, maybe. I don't know. Steering wise, he's again turning the wheel a lot more than me, which this might be like setup based. I'm not sure. Um, but and he's really cutting the corner. I hate how hard you have to cut that corner. Um, so there's not much I want to focus on at this point through that corner. Um, uh, Everything kind of looks the same. And then we have this corner, which is onto the straight, which I hate. And it looks like he's taking it a lot wider through here. He's also maybe just a little bit more to the right, but I can't imagine that's much, but he's taking it a lot wider, definitely. Brake wise, he is braking a lot earlier. Um, but same sort of time on brakes. Again, I'm not trailing much. He's trailing off. Um, it's hard to focus on trailing through that corner when you're like trying to keep the car going. Again, he's like still like 20% on throttle the entire time. That's so interesting. But yeah, my speed is dropping a lot more. He's taking like look, he's at like 105 kph or miles per hour, and I'm at 80. Wait, what does that say? 90? Okay, so he's braking earlier. went, I guess, longer, trailing. Gearing is, he goes down to fourth too. The track guide I watched said to stay in fifth, and I felt like that felt insane. But he goes down to fourth, um, a little earlier than I was doing, which is interesting. Okay. So we did this corner here. Could just go through this entire section, I think. So here I am on the brake at almost the same exact time. A little bit earlier probably, and I'm braking a lot more up to 80 and he's only going to 40. So he's half the brake pressure really. I mean he's at 50 something, but a lot less braking for longer here. And then this corner, we're braking around the same spot. Again, I'm a little earlier. This is interesting. How his braking is there. I didn't really look at throttle through here. Oh, he's on throttle. Well, I mean, it matches his braking, right? He's on throttle later. Goes all the way up. And then our brake trace is like relatively the same. I think the pressure thing there is him trailing and not getting it 100% correct on this lap, but I mean, it's still obviously a quick lap. And then on throttle. So I need a, it seems like the theme is focusing on trailing. It looks like gearing wise, he's leaving it in fifth longer here. And then I guess maybe shifting down here to like get the rotation of the car from the shift, since you get a little bit of rotation if you're shifting while turning. Then he goes down to second here, which I think makes sense because third felt fast into this corner. So that's good to know. I felt like third felt incorrect. Cool. Then we have this long thing until here. It's interesting how he's throttling. Like what is he doing through here? He's like letting off the throttle way early. Maybe this was, what was the context of this lap? Was it a practice or a race? Oh, it was a race. Interesting. So he might have been lifting because there's a guy in front of him here, but probably a lot faster because he had draft. So we'll just look at his braking point here, and it's similar. Honestly, the braking looks pretty close to identical. It's not too far off. Throttle wise, he's back on throttle earlier. So he's really getting on throttle like before hitting the apex of the first corner, and then pretty much going all the way up. He feathers it a little bit through there. I'm like not like I like lift a bit here, so I just need to really jam the throttle and then find the right line through. Yeah, no, this is helpful. Let's see what we can apply from this. I'll do this a little bit longer, and then I'm almost finished with your paint, Mike. I just need to do a touch up. I lose the reset point, right? Oh, no, I don't. Cool. We're not going to worry about this first corner here. Let's get in the zone for a second. Fuck, I missed that corner. I feel like I'm forgetting everything that I just went through. That corner is so interesting because it looks like you have space to open it up and then all of a sudden you don't. It's like it's like less than 90 degrees, like, or it's deeper than 90 degrees, but it doesn't look like it until you're on the outside curb. I should, find my line better through there. Yeah, my line sucks through there right now. That grass is deadly. I think my angle needs to be, I need to be cutting this corner more. Still feels bad. Am I not getting on here? Let me try this one more time. See, that's an off track. Okay. Over-rotated the car, the trailing. Such a tricky corner. I think I'd keep it in fourth there.
Simple, lovely.
That would make sense, right? Oh, Strafa. I feel like I want to avoid the outside grip there. That would make sense why he's hovering the throttle. I have not figured out how to do that or have accidentally done it, so that'll be a new concept. I feel like my angle through this still sucks. Fuck me. God damn it. Yeah, the throttle hovering thing, I feel like I'm not ready to try to integrate that yet. But it's good to know that that's a thing. That just seems like a lot of things going on at once right now. Fuck. Alright, let's focus in and see if we can actually get through this fucking corner. I think I must have been taking this corner, obviously I was, very slowly in the GT3 because I don't remember this being that tricky of a corner, and I feel like it still would be. Need to be cutting that a lot more. Forget that he's downshifting a lot later into that corner too. Fuck. I can't imagine racing this track with a higher Newton meter wheelbase. It'd be like fucking painful with all these like curves you have to mount. Okay, so that's an off track. Jesus. You're gonna upgrade your wheelbase? I need more muscles than that. I guess I would get more muscles. Have you guys watched the video? I think Jimmy Broadbent posted it not too long ago of him like comparing zero force feedback versus 100% force feedback on his like insane Moza wheelbase, and watching him try to drive rally and stuff with it turned all the way up was insane. Oh, that's cool. Is it just a new power pack or something? And to be hugging that. Fuck. The weight shift in this, I think, because I'm not positioned on the track right, like it weight shifted so hard to the right that I couldn't make it back over. Nice. Yeah, I think my dad, he has one of the Fanatec ones, and he was just able to buy like a third-party power supply on Amazon, and it increased the Newton meter from like 3 to 5 or something. That's cool though that you get a upgrade like that. But under $60 seems crazy. I feel like you could get a different power supply somewhere else that's the same for a lot cheaper. Or 5 to 8, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I used to know a lot about the Fanatec stuff when I was first looking into getting stuff, but then once I found like SimMagic and all these other companies, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna get Fanatec. That curve on the outside is very elevated. That is true. I think it would be nice to get a more powerful wheelbase, but I really just don't feel the need at this point. Like, I'm sure there's some detail I'm losing at very high force feedback, right? But I don't think it's anywhere near a point where it's like slowing me down. That'll probably be something I feel like I get whenever we buy a place or move or whatever, and I can get like a 80/20 rig. Yeah, that's true. I guess I don't have that to compare to at all. This is way stronger than any of the Toyotas that I've driven over my life, so. Ooh, I messed that corner up. How big of a difference is it right now? Like, your like Legends car versus the in-game Legends car. Yeah, yes, yeah. So like the higher Newton meters for real cars is probably in the 25s then, or like around there, I'd imagine. Gotcha. I'm sure that's such a big difference. Like if I were to jump into like your 300ZX and try to, I mean, obviously the getting tossed around would be exhausting, right? But then like the turning the wheel and that big of an adjustment and how much force you have to apply. Oh, really? I guess that makes sense. There's no like power steering or anything, right? So. That's crazy. You could get the insane, like, $4,000 one that Max and Lando use at their sim setups. I think that goes up, like, to like 30 or 40 or something insane like that. Maybe more. That's interesting. That's what I say, and then I end up spending more money on something. There's not much more that I can really spend money on at this point, though. I think the only thing would be a round wheel, but I feel like I'm not pleased with any of the offerings out there, so I haven't pulled the trigger on one. There you go. Yeah, now that's getting warm out. Okay, so that's an off track. It's so hard to find the limit of that because you just like go through it instantly. My mic was $60, and the Logitech cameras I have, I think they normally go for like $70. It's like the C920X or something, but I bought both of them on sale for like 40 or 50 on Amazon. They go on sale randomly. I don't know if they're still on sale. I bought the other one right before Bathurst, so it might be. Because the webcam that I have that I use for work is like 4K and it's a lot nicer, but it overheats and stops working, which wouldn't have worked for the 12-hour. It also doesn't really matter the quality as much since it's such a small little screen or whatever on the stream. I think brushing the curb like that might be the move for me. Maybe you can take more of it, but Man, the car almost felt like it got airborne. Felt like I almost lost it there. That was bad. Nice. Yeah, webcams have come down in price so much. Like the expensive ones nowadays are like some insane like 4K with like a full frame camera sensor on it, or it has like the motion motor on it. And it's like if you don't need any of that, then it's gotten a lot cheaper to buy them. I will say I got like a really cheapo one right when COVID started because I needed a webcam for work since we were moved to like Zoom or whatever. And that thing is a piece of shit. Like the quality of it is so bad. It's what I was using for the wheel cam originally, and it's just like I don't think the sensor's big enough to take in enough light, and it just like looks like dark and shitty. I think mine's technically 1080. I assume it's 30 FPS. Because like even the very cheap ones have the same specs. Like having a 1080p camera is not like a hard thing to do these days. It's just the quality of the sensor is where if you cheap out, sometimes it really bites you. Have you watched Workatized? You know him? Tyson? His on YouTube, he's got like I think it's like 2 years ago or something. He has like a full like 30-minute tour of his like stream room and stuff. And shit, I didn't shift. It is insane. He's got like two rigs, one like computer for like just like normal keyboard mouse gaming, and then a stream PC. And all of the cords run to this like back room and connect through there, and like he can essentially switch the HDMI input on this little box, and it'll switch what like which rig or the gaming PC it's hooked up to. So wait, the stream PC takes that, and then all of the cameras are just hooked up to the gaming or the streaming PC. It's like insane. I didn't realize how insane it was. I don't know if he's updated it much since that video. Like the video was a while ago, but it is like so cool. It's like if I lived in the suburbs and had, I'm sure he's acquired all of that over years. He's been racing forever, but if I lived in the suburbs and had that kind of space, trying to make something even close to that would be so cool. Yeah, he lives in Wisconsin. I think he's up by Madison somewhere. Got a lot of oversteer in that corner. It's really cool though. I've watched it like twice, and I want to watch it again because it's just there's so much going on. It's so cool. Like it's so over-engineered, and I love that kind of shit. Like it could be way simpler, but it's not, and it's so cool. I really wonder, like with especially for iRacing, if you have a 4090, like my 4070 Ti does great with iRacing. If you have a 4090, like, and like a good processor, I don't get really the point of having a separate streaming PC, to be honest. It's not like it's a demanding game, but not like, I don't think streaming really takes that much out of it. It's all like CPU bound stuff. I would understand having a streaming PC if you had a separate internet connection for your stream, but I feel like there's not much of an advantage, honestly. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong, but it seems insane. I guess if you're running triples, it's probably a lot different. Like Matt Malone doesn't have a streaming PC, but Quark's running triples. I'm messing up the corner 7, but the rest of the corners are feeling good. I'm going to try to push for a faster lap here, and then I'm going to drop off. I think I'll have time to finish your paint today, Mike, if nothing at work gets crazy. Yesterday was crazy. I didn't get any work done in the afternoon. My fiance's school went on lockdown, and like they thought there was an active shooter in it, and it was crazy day. I got nothing done yesterday, and I was like listening to police scanners and shit. It was nuts. Yeah, there's 2 schools yesterday that got bomb threats and active shooter threats, and it was nuts. I'm not really sure what's going on. I guess. Like, I mean, yeah, like, we haven't heard of them actually arresting anybody, like, at the school or anything. It sounds like it was all just fake, and then I guess, like, at one point they came over the scanners saying that, like, there was an active shooter in the school on the 4th floor, but I don't think that was correct. I think it was just, like, bad information, so I think it was all just somebody, like, making a threat, and that was it. But hopefully they figure out who it is, because that's insane. It was so scary. She's saying like her like doorknob was jingling in the room when she was back in the back, but she thinks it might have been like security checking it, or maybe like a student out in the hallway trying to get in. But she was just like, I think somebody's trying to get in the room, and it was so scary. I did not like that. That's just insane to me. It's like one of the things I hate about her being a teacher is that, because stuff like that's happened before, and it's just like, when is it going to actually be the time that it does happen, is what it feels like. Maybe it'll never happen, but it feels more and more likely every day, which is scary. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't get anything done yesterday, but I shifted down too many times. I feel like if I'm running 121s, I haven't looked at the I rating of all these people, but I feel like if I'm running 121s, I'm not going to be too far off the pace. Yeah, man. It's incredible, some of the parenting that I hear about through her. She is this one, like, super autistic kid who just, like, anytime anything is inconvenient for him, he just starts crying and shuts down. And you can tell it's just because the parents, like, gave up. And it's just, like, that poor kid, like, is never going to amount to anything in life because he's been conditioned to, like, shut down when something has a little bit of friction. And it's, I don't know, some of the parenting that I hear is, I feel like a lot of the cause of this kind of stuff. These parents are like crazy. Everything is the teacher's fault, it's never the kid's fault. They'll go right above the teacher and call the principal before having a conversation with the teacher about their kid that's struggling. It's like, I don't know what it is. I just don't get these, like, how these people think, because if I had children, that would not be the case at all. But it's easy to, I guess, say those kinds of things when you don't have kids, but I still feel like that's just insane. But but yeah. Um, so I have a lot of data to look at.
Don't
I
forget to
think,
tip more fuel.
I mean, I'm getting around the track without crashing, so that's good. I think there's a few places where I obviously need to be quicker, but I think like we might be in a decent place.
22.039.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And now, like, she's a biology teacher, and now all this Trump shit's coming out where she might not be able to teach like evolution and shit, which is insane, and can't talk about like actual real problems with the human body that is too woke. So it's just like it sucks to be her. Um, yeah. So teachers in America, God bless them, but it's not an easy job. Probably the hardest it's ever been. So uh, I don't know. It's all this like DEI woke shit. Like they're trying to dismantle the Department of Education and stop funding schools that are teaching about critical race theory and transgenderism and like homosexuality, which is like important information to like know and like understand. You know, but even if you don't like agree with it or think it's not something um you care much about, like I think it's important to understand like the science behind it at least, right? At least be educated about it, even if you don't agree with it. But essentially, yeah, Trump's trying to like take funding away from schools that teach those kinds of things, which is every school in Chicago. So, because they're still trying to negotiate the teachers union trying to negotiate their contract for like this year essentially. Um, but they they've been like negotiating for way too long, and they're just trying to get something finished and signed so that if the funding doesn't doesn't come, then at least they're like contractually obligated to their salaries. But yeah, no, and I think that's totally fair. I like, and I understand that, and I mean I have different viewpoints, but I respect everybody's viewpoint as long as it's not to a point where it's like inhumane, right? Um, but yeah, I think it's important to actually at least understand like the science behind all of that kind of stuff a bit, so that way you're not like making false claims and stuff and like like spreading like essentially misinformation as like a way to like back up your argument. I think like at least understanding how the stuff works is um yeah, 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 I don't know. I mean, I have very progressive viewpoints, um and came from a household that probably leans more conservative and grew up in a town that was very conservative. Um, so I can see both sides of like the arguments very like well because I have lived on both like in places that are very strong one way or the other. But yeah, I definitely have somewhere in the middle viewpoints on some things and some very progressive viewpoints about other things. So um, yeah, I think it should just be like a high school thing. I think any like people don't even understand like kids don't need to be like learning about something that is like that groundbreaking until their brains are at least a little bit developed, right? But yeah, yeah, not a fun time to be a teacher, but but yeah, I'm getting off. I think I'll be able to finish up your livery maybe this afternoon. We'll see what happens. But I don't know if I'm gonna do the Trackalicious race. I think it depends on essentially how I'm feeling tonight. I'm not really interested in doing it again, and then I'll be on tomorrow morning. Probably do the prototype challenge again at 7:30, and then practice some more F4. But yeah, I mean, I want to finish it. It looks good. Wonder if I can actually show it really quick. Should be able to. Yeah, yeah. And I just don't think I like want to spend much time doing GT3s right now. I think the hypercars and stuff are more in my realm right now. So yeah, got both sides of it going. Have this cool like fade into carbon fiber going. Got this line on the wing, so I need to do the halo, um, the the wings, and then kind of figure out if there's anything I want to do the top. Um, so I feel like the top is missing. Like there could be something here, but I think it'll look really good in game. I think like this like paint view doesn't do uh, cars with this kind of like detail justice. But but yeah, it's getting pretty close. I really like the colors like laid out like this. It gives me St. Louis Blues vibes, which is fun. But yeah, so just the final details on it. But yeah, all right, I'm getting off. I will see you. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was gonna put those kinds of things on it. Uh, it might make sense on the side or the back wing or something. But yeah, but I'm getting off. I'll see you later.